Hi, this is Munson with Munson Music, and we're going to talk about how you can play a song called Help by the Beatles. And we're going to start off on a B minor chord. And the way you play B minor, first finger goes across the entire second fret, second finger on the B string on the third fret, third finger on the D string fourth fret, and the pinky on the G string fourth fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds a B minor chord, and it sounds really, really sad. You're hearing this cool little bass line from the A string second fret B note to an open A, which we could kind of use as kind of a B minor slash A, or a B minor chord with an A in the bass, where you kind of lift off the bar and kind of get the open A kind of the sound with the B minor chord. And then from that chord, then we go to a G major chord. We play G major. First finger goes to the A on the second fret, second finger on the low E string third fret, and third finger on the high E string third fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds a G major chord, and it sounds really happy. Now you may also want to think about putting the third finger on the B string third, pinky on the high E string third, kind of using that for your G major. And then you hear this cool little bass line from the low E on the third fret G note to a second fret on the low E string F sharp note, and you may want to kind of work that around the G and kind of think of it as a G slash F sharp, or G with an F sharp bass. And then we go to an E major chord. E major. First finger goes to the G string on the first fret, second finger on the A string second fret, third finger on the D string second fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds an E major chord, and it sounds really, really happy. While you're on the E through the tune, it might be kind of cool to think about lifting off the third finger and making that an E7 chord, or you can take the pinky and kind of add it on the B string third fret for an E7. And then from the E, we'll be going to an A major chord. A major. First finger goes to the D on the second fret, second finger on the G string second fret, and third finger on the B string on the second fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds an A major chord, and it sounds really, really happy. And randomly, while you're on A's, it can be kind of cool to lift off the third finger, make that an A suspended second, or you can take the pinky and add it on the B third and make it an A sus. So sometimes it can be kind of cool on A chords to see what you can say with it. And then there's this cool little lick. Actually, we kind of have this big hit on the A, and then you'll hear this cool little lick come in, which you can kind of, I don't think this is exactly what's going on, but it can be very cool, and it's a little bit easier, I think, than what's going on. Is you could do 7th fret on the D string, and then go open G, open B, open E is kind of an idea. And you might even want to kind of try that hybrid picking, using your pick for the D string and kind of using the fingers for the other three strings. And then you could go to 5th fret on the D string and do that same idea, and then 4th fret on the D, and then 2nd fret on the D is kind of that same idea. So kind of 7th fret, 5th, 4th, 2nd. Might be kind of a cool thing to lead into the verse part. Now, a lot of times with a song like this, though, I like to add something called a strum pattern. You could kind of work downstrokes through that progression for that intro, kind of that B minor slash A, G. So I'm kind of adding a little bit of muting to make that a little bit sneaky, too. So you may want to kind of think about using that kind of big hit on the A, or you may want to kind of punctuate and kind of kill the string. Something else I like to use is a strum pattern. One of my favorite strum patterns for a 4/4 like this is down, down, up, up, down, up. So to the B minor, just tried that a lot. You have down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, which could kind of work through the intro. And the weird part is you kind of half some of those chords. So you'd have the B minor with the whole pattern, and then B minor with the down, down, up, B minor slash A with the down, down, up, G with the down, down, up, up, down, up. Would start. So that would be another way to do it. A cool variation of that is a down, up, down, up, up, down, up, and you kind of hear that through the tune too. It's kind of a B minor slash A, G slash F sharp, E, down, up, A. But where it's really at, I think, is at the bass notes. And what you could do is kind of on the B minor, you get the A string for your bass. You get that B minor slash A, you can do kind of a bass down up on the B minor, open it up for the bar for a bass down up, and then go to the G for a bass down up, up, down up, and then a G with a low E bass, and then G slash F sharp with low E bass, and then an E major with low E bass, another E with low E bass, and then kind of have your A, or you could go into the lick there too. So you have B minor with an A bass, B minor with an A bass, B minor slash A with an A bass, G with a low E bass, G with low E bass, G slash F sharp with low E bass. intro, then we'll be going into our verse form. We start out on A major, then we do another A major, then we go to a C sharp minor. We're basically going to take that B minor shape we were doing and slide it over to 4th fret. So now I got first finger on the 4th fret bar, second finger on the B string on the 5th fret, third finger on the D string on the 6th fret, pinky on the G string on the 6th fret. That sounds a C sharp minor chord. That sounds really sad. Now you may also want to think about lifting out that pinky and kind of working as a C sharp minor 7. And then from the C sharp minor, we go to an F sharp minor, where we do the first finger across the entire 2nd fret, third finger on the A string 4th fret, pinky on the D string on the 4th fret. And that sounds an F sharp minor chord, and it sounds really sad. Now you may also want to think about lifting off the pinky and making that an F sharp minor 7, or you can take the pinky and add it on the B string on the 5th fret. That's another way you can play your F sharp minor 7. And then we have a cool little hit to a D major chord. We play D major. First finger goes to the G on the 2nd fret, second finger on the high E 2nd fret, third finger on the B string on the 3rd fret, and if you strum the D string to the high E string, that sounds a D major chord, and it sounds really happy. Now on Ds in general, it can be kind of cool to lift off the 2nd finger and make that a D sus2, or you can add the pinky in on the high E 3rd and make it a D sus2. And on that part, it's almost like kind of the halving it, like the down, down up on the D, and then we go to a G for down, down up, and then we kind of go back to our A with our whole pattern. So through that first verse, we got the A, down, up, A, C sharp minor, C sharp minor, F sharp minor, F sharp minor, and the D, G, A. Or you can add basses, kind of A bass on the A chord. On the C sharp minor, you'd have the A for the bass. Bass, down, up. On the F sharp minor, you have Louis for the bass. And on the D, you have the D for the bass, G the Louis bass, and A with an A bass. And then from that first verse, then we'd be going into our chorus. And our chorus is almost kind of like an elaborated part of the intro. We got kind of the B minor with an A bass, 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 B minor slash A with an A bass, G with Louis bass, G with Louis bass, G with Louis bass, G with Louis bass, slash F sharp, G with Louis bass. And then we got an A hit, and you kind of hear that lick come back from the intro. And then we pick it back up on an A chord for that first chorus, and another A. They kind of help us lead into our next verse. And you can mix this up all kinds of ways, actually. Bass up, down, up, down, up. Maybe kind of a cool way too. Or if you know the strum patterns around the working 4, actually, it's kind of cool to kind of embellish it in all kinds of different ways. F sharp minor, A, G, A. Or if you know the licks around these chords too, you know, feel free to throw them in. Make the song your own that way. F sharp minor, D, G, A. And from that second verse, then we'll be going into our next chorus. So we've got our B minor, B minor, B minor, B minor, B minor slash A, G, 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 G slash F sharp, and then we pick it back on A. And then from that chorus, then we'll be going into our next verse. So we're going to do A, C sharp minor, F sharp minor, minor D, G, A, C sharp minor, F sharp minor, minor D, G, A. To lead us into our last chorus. And our last chorus has this really cool little Paul McCartney sneak ending where instead of the A's at the very end, we go to F sharp minor twice, and then we end on a big A at the very end. So we got our B minor, B minor, B minor, B minor slash A, G, G, G slash F sharp, that's the basics of how you get strummed through Help by the Beatles. So good luck!